Welcome to day 5 of your 30-day life transformation, 30 days of yoga with MaKa movement. Hopefully you have done your 5 sun salutations already. If you haven't, you can go back to day 3, do 5 Surya Namaskar A to help warm up your body and to get in the habit of just doing those sun salutations every day. Okay, we're going to come into a forward fold called Padangusthasana. So Pada is foot, Angusta is big toe. So you take your hands to your waist, a little bit of a back bend here, and then hinge forward. So what's important with Padangusthasana, and I can turn to the side, is that I'm actually not rounding my back. So it's better to bend your knees and keep your spine lengthened as peace fingers hook your big toes. Your thumb will act like a cap on top. Okay, spread those toes out wide and of equal weight on the inside and the outsides of your feet. And then continue to hinge forward. Let your head drop down, let it be heavy. So allow yourself to surrender in this pose. This becomes really hard. People want to look up and look around. Just drop your head, shake it, shake it, shake it. Yes, no, up and down, up and down. And then draw your belly button in as if you're trying to get your rib cage away from your thigh bones. Engage your quads by lifting up on your kneecaps and lift your sits bones high to the sky. Even though it seems like a really passive pose, let it be active by engaging your leg muscles as much as you can, drawing your belly button in as much as you can, and reach those elbows out to the sides. Inhale, half lift and look up. Nice flat back. Exhale, slide your hands underneath your feet. Padahastasana. So now we're going foot to hand all the way up to the wrists. See, my toes can wiggle the creases of my wrists. Inhale, re-lengthen your spine. Draw your belly in. Exhale, fold. My biceps are active. My elbows are reaching away from me. My lats are helping slide my shoulder blades up toward the sky, away from my ears. And my quads are still turned on. So lift up on your kneecaps and breathe. I want you to feel steady in your feet, and yet a little bit off balance, a little uncomfortable since we're upside down. Let all the tension melt away from your head, neck, and shoulders. Let it melt down toward the floor. Anyone with hamstring injuries, go ahead and bend your knees here. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, just stay. Inhale, bring your hands to your waist. Rise up. And then exhale, hop your feet together. Okay, we're going to come into triangle pose. So here our feet are one leg distance apart. Your heel will line up with the arch of your back foot. Okay, so you can mirror me. So we're going into it on the left side. Arms come out, they're nice and active. This is just a hinge. I engage my quads, I reach over like, oh, I'm trying to reach for someone, and then it's just a pivot, a hinge. So in different schools of yoga, we'll have different things. So Ashtanga, you'll be grabbing onto your big toe. Iyengar, your hand will be on a block. I want you to do whatever is comfortable for you. Here, without props, your hand may be kind of just hanging out on your shin. Not really resting there. I don't want any weight there, because I want you to use your core. But you do what works for you. Now this arm, it's really important. Keep that hand directly above your shoulder. No opening here, because you don't want to overextend your shoulder girdle. So just keep your arm directly above your shoulder, and then we're just turning our head, rotating the head to look toward your thumb. Your back heel's pushing down into the floor. Engage both legs, they're straight, and lengthen your spine. You can almost give that hip a little bump out to the side. If you have a wall or you feel wobbly, go ahead and lean up against the wall. It helps to really open up the body. Inhale as you come up. Pivot your feet the other way. So still, heel lines up with the arch of your back foot. Arms come out to the side. You'll reach and hinge and reach and hinge and reach and hinge, and then pivot. So your hand's going to go wherever it goes. This arm reaches straight up toward the sky. The other hand reaches down toward the floor. So almost imagine a cross with these limbs pulling in opposite directions, okay? Hand away from hand, head away from tailbone. Get long. Draw your navel in, roll your ribs open to the sky. Make sure to breathe. Inhale, come up. Pivot your feet. So now for the revolved triangle, it does help in the beginning to have a couple of blocks or to have something to put your hands on. We want our hip bones square. Front foot is straight, back foot is angled. And depending on what it takes to get your hips level, that's where you're going to move your feet. Okay? So go by your hips. Then you'll take your hands to the floor. Back foot is angled about 45 degrees. Maybe your blocks come a little lower, or maybe you don't need them at all. But get length in your spine. So you pull that left hip back. Draw your belly in. Lengthen first. So revolved triangle is not a pose in flexion. I want you to lengthen. Your hand can stay inside your foot or it can come outside your foot. And then we start to rotate. Once your ribs are stacked on top of each other and you pull your hip back, extend an arm up toward the sky and breathe. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, push into the ball of your foot as you come up. That's going to help you with balance. Keep your arms active, pivot your feet the other way, and take one or both hands to the floor. So for beginners, this helps. Have both hands down, play around with your hips. You can give them a little wiggle, wiggle, till they feel like they're level. So you can tell hip bones are level here. And then say, this time I want to keep my hand inside my foot. I'm not able to get as much rotation on this side. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. If this bothers your shoulder, you can take your hand right to your waist. Both legs are still straight. You're still engaging your legs. Quads are working. Lift up on your kneecaps and breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Make sure you can wiggle your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, push into the ball of your foot as you come up. That's going to help you with your balance. Okay, here, just turn your toes in. Prasarita Padottanasana is a forward fold, but we want our toes turned in a little bit because we don't want them laterally rotated, okay? So hands at your waist. A little bit of a back bend. You'll hinge forward. So same thing, if you have hamstring injuries, bend your knees, take your hands down to the floor. How far apart your feet are will depend on the flexibility of your hamstrings. So we want your head resting on the floor and your hands, fingertips in line with the arches of your feet. Elbows bent about 90 degrees. Shoulder blades reach up toward the sky. So if I'm here, say I'm really far away from the ground, then you can walk your feet out. Or if I'm here and I'm really scrunched up, walk your feet in. But draw that belly in. Get the shoulder blades up toward the sky. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, stay. Inhale, bring your hands to your waist and come up. Exhale out your breath. Now there are lots of variations. So we're going to do another one that will open up your shoulders. Take your arms out to the side. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Open up your chest and fold forward. So here we let gravity do its job of carrying its hands toward the floor. Internally rotate your thighs to help that process. Draw your belly button in. Allow your weight to come forward in toward the balls of your feet. Again, if there's any pain, that's when you stop. Inhale as you come up, 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 up. Exhale your hands back to your waist. Okay, then you can heel toe your feet together. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Good. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Close your eyes, feel grounded in your feet. Take a few breaths. Again, jot down any observances that you have, any changes in your body, in your breathing, any effects of your practice that you notice. Write them down in your journal. And I will see you again tomorrow. Namaste.